time to get it lit. We got it.
All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the Indianapolis Colts. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. They'll run on first down. Swift, and he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Now they'll throw it. Wentz. It's caught. Smith. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Now Wentz on 3rd down. And he's got his man on the out route. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Here we go. 20. Check.
On 2nd down, Swift. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
A draw play is called because you think you've either found a gap or you're using the aggressiveness of the defensive line against itself. Not on that play. Totally controlled the middle of the field. Offense had nowhere to go with the ball.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down.
Check safety, check safety.
From the gun, it's Wentz. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland 1st down. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Big dance, big dance. 55, come on, God, 55. Here it comes, here it comes.
Working from the gun, Wentz. And he will find his man on the outside. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. Wentz going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Shotgun now for Wentz. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. In for the score. And the Browns take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Shoot. Run.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. He finds some open field here. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 25 yards to pick up there, and also a 1st down.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle, or if you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage. You got a chance to rumble.
They try and run on 1st down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
Second, 180. 54 Mike. Hey, let's get some penetration. Play it right.
Mayfield on play action. It's complete. He finds Falk here. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Regular.
3rd and short yardage. Mayfield. That is caught by Cohen. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Got what he needed for the 1st down with a gain of 2.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Good. 180. Focus, defense, focus. Check. Hey, pistol. Hey, alert 33.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Here we go.
Play fake. Mayfield is going to fire one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down.
Let's put that team on the bus. SOS.
Now Mayfield. The screen pass here to Cohen. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. Only 2 on the screen pass there, and it'll be 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, I was watching him in warm-ups, and he hit a 62-yarder that hit the crossbar and went over. This one a little bit inside of that, but not enough leg.
And the difference is what?
Well, your live conditions, right?
Live conditions, game conditions are a whole lot different than practice, where you just pop it up there, no rush, no pressure. I think maybe that takes a couple yards away from you when you have to do it when it's real. 2
sides to every coin. This is the bad side of missing the 58-yarder. Now they start at the 48. On 1st down, Swift. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold them to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
He's coming.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
For the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. Throwing is Wentz. Being chased out left. And that will be incomplete.
Now that's a tough throw for a right-handed quarterback, rolling out to his left and trying to get the ball to a receiver. We've seen all those drills where they're trying to get the shoulders square and point it towards the target downfield.
So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Mayfield to throw it this time. He completes it to Henry. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Hey, wahoo! 58, boys, 58, 58, Mike. Hey, alert!
And Mayfield just getting the play off. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Check three.
Then he'll give it here to his running back. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A great play there. 60 yards as they are now on the board here in the first half. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This is taken at the 3. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Here's Wentz to throw. Hey, right on cue, they set up the screen and complete it. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. Defensively, looks like they were thinking the same thing you were. You mentioned maybe being able to hit him with some screens, but they were ready.
Yeah, it's not just the guys who have the headsets on offense that do the thinking, right? They saw, they understood what they did, and said, you know something, how would you try to play it against us? And they were ready for it.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. To throw, it's Wentz. It's caught to Charles. How about 25 yards on third down? They'll take it.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number one receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
Wentz going to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. He and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Browns have taken the lead. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise. Because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7 as they come up 1st and 10. A running play on first down will get 4 up to the 29. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest game, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Run. 180! No.
They go play action. Mayfield. And the throw there going to be incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And this offense set up with a very short field. 1st and 10 inside the 20.
Here we go, Pac-Man. Waiting! Right there, 56. Watch a slack.
Wentz now on 1st down. Buying time to his left. That is incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
You remember me. Let's go, baby.
Now a give, right side. Swift. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
58, come on. 58, come on. Watch the run, watch the run.
Now wins. Forced out to his left. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And the 13-year man puts it through, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
King. 58, right over there, yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Yo. Hey, Charlie.
From the gun, Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Watch one. Check 50. Check. Hurry.
Mayfield off the play fake. He's going deep for Brown. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Marquise Brown, 58 yards. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, Well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Looking here for Smith downfield. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. No gain on the play there. Second down.
No gain on the play. Second and 10.
So we are halfway through here in the final week of the preseason as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. It goes as a loss of 6. And now third down. It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on third down.
Hey. Alert, 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 alert. 58, come on.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Flushed out right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Carrying it out deep for Smith. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
That first down completion only netted them 3. 2nd and 7.
Switch. Kill. Up. 51 to Mike, boy. 51. Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this.
To throw, Mayfield. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Mayfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker, and they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
They'll run on 1st down. Swift. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Swift. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Here we go. Waiting! Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me something. Yes!
Wentz. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 48, the 20, 10. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Wentz. That's complete. It's Charles. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now a give right side. Swift. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage.
Waiting! Quit talking about it and bring it!
On 2nd and 12, Wentz. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Throwing now is Wentz. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 39.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wentz. And he's got his man on the out route. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Matchbox lights.
On 1st down, Wentz. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll make it a 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down, Wentz. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Again, it's Wentz. Quick hitter here, it's complete. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
And Hopkins' kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Mayfield to throw it. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. Give the Colts 13 yards and a 1st down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Mayfield now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Check 24, check 24.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the Browns' 46-yard line.
Set. 180. Regular.
Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51.
Hey, high 7.
51, Mike 51. Coming. Watch twist.
Alert.
Kill. Check, crunch.
Regular.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. Mayfield. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
It's a party now. Big ass.
Kill.
Wentz now to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play in this football game. They'll try the left side. Swift. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great effort there. 54 yards. And once again, the Browns are back in front. Well, they had done a really nice job on him through 3 quarters plus, but you just had that feeling eventually he was going to get loose.
And this is why coaches always preach that it's a 4-quarter game, right? It gets trite for us. It gets trite for the fans. This is exactly what they're talking about. What you did before was terrific, but will it stand up if you start giving up big plays as we saw there?
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there. Ready for the regular season with his second touchdown of the game. And the Colts are once again going to retake the lead. So here we go. The Colts will go for two. Throwing, Mayfield. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the linebacker, Jarrad Davis.
Do you have one of those charts that tells you to go for two or go for one?
I don't. I know you do. But I don't care what the chart says there. You got to kick it, right?
I agree totally, because somewhere the chart's something's going to pop out of the chart and say, hey, man, just kick the extra point here. You're in good shape. I think they were chasing points there when they didn't need to.
Yeah, try to get a little bit greedy, take the lead in the fourth quarter. Now they still trail by one. The Browns drive about to get started.
Straight 15, straight 15.
On first down, Swift. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through three quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They'll get three as the drive continues. It's a first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Working from the gun, Wentz. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz as his guys are able to regain the lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
Pick it up. He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
Run, run, run.
Patchy.
Run, run, run. Hey, Alpha. Hurry, hurry. Wake up.
Now they try the right side here. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire.
Pick your game up. Whip.
Right. Zoom.
Switch.
On 2nd and 12, Mayfield. He goes full extension, and he's got it. The play began back at the 23, and they pick up 23. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Protein spill. Hey, alert, 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 alert. I got it.
They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Back to throw. Flush to his right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Browns drive about to get started. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. They'll keep it on the ground. Swift. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. He's got a 1st down past the 30. And he's going to get this all the way up to the 30-yard line. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here.
Okay, son.
56, Mike, 56.
Now a give, right side. Swift. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
56, Mike, 56, right there, 56. Let's go, let's get this ball back for the offense, let's go. Kill. Hey, turn it up.
And a give this time to the tailback. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And it took a big 4th quarter to do it, but bottom line, they got the job done.
Yeah, it is the bottom line, isn't it? A few anxious moments along the way, though. A few sweaty palms, not just for the team, but for their fans. As you mentioned, down going into the 4th quarter. How about the rally? How about the comeback? Getting it done on both sides of the ball, holding them when they needed to, and finding ways to get points when they had the football.